How's it going, everybody? So I'll just go to my Bible study channel as a backdrop. Why not? I might come across a lot of my own stuff that makes me think, man, we are living in the end times. But nothing made me feel more weirded out and bizarre. I took my charger. It was time for servicing, and it's 2021. Bought it right before those whatever that was, what fell in Miami on 88th Street when that took place, when they collapsed. Just a week before that, I bought this charger, right? And I love it. I like the vroom vroom sound. And now they make are electric chargers. And she and I were talking, service manager. I've got a little issue with mine and waiting on a part and so forth, which I had plans this weekend to go way out of town, which might get altered. And I couldn't wait to share it with y'all because y'all would have loved it. But she goes, "Oh no." I said, "Well, the vroom vroom is why we buy a charger." And she goes, "Oh, well, the sound now comes out of speakers." And she said, "Come with me." And out we went. And she cranked up the electric charger. And I heard what sounded almost like a rocket ship come out of these speakers that tried to simulate a car, muscle car engine. I'm like, people. And, she and I were having fun with it and we were cracking up. She hates it. I hate it. But, but people of the earth, what in the world is going on? Like, forget all the other stuff that I don't talk about on my Facebook anymore because so I've tried to bring in a lot of people onto my Facebook because, I've tried to be as vanilla as possible. Put my Bible studies out. I'll put nuggets inside Bible studies, but other than that, I just try to stay, you know, maintain because, like I said, Facebook was used to heal me. A lot of people reached out, and I said, you know what? I've put a lot of y'all through it with how I see the world around us, and I know it offends a lot of y'all. So I'm just, you know what? I'm going to let all that stuff go. And a lot of that, by the way, was because at, at the time, I think a lot of stuff was to say, I put it to you like this. What happened with my son took away a lot of me caring about people knowing the truth anymore. And I hope that doesn't bother you or make that sound heartless. But it was just like, I don't know. Just let everything happen. It's going to happen. People just don't seem to be called to understanding the world around them, except for there's a few now. Very few, though. Painfully few. And even them, I know they struggle with the world around them. But for the majority, like what was I doing? Just pounding. So yeah, keep my Facebook very vanilla about the world around us. But if I could circle this back around to a little bit of humor, what in the world kind of times are we living in? when a muscle car and that sound, they talk about the sound of the 70s, with the disco and the hard rock and the classic rock now, what they call it, just that good old rock and roll and soul music from the 70s, the sweet soul sound of the 70s. God, it was one of the best DVDs I ever had. But the sound of the 60s and the 70s and 80s, that was muscle cars. And Dodge actually came out with like, here's a muscle car right out of the factory. And Mustang's got it. And Chevrolet's got it. And, they're all two doors. And the challenge, Dodge has their two door. But after having that tiny 370 that my dad bequeathed me at his death, um, it didn't even have any back seats. I'm like, man, when I go to Whole Foods, I need a back seat. I love the Charger. Forget that John the Baptist head was put on a Charger, and I drive a Charger. Didn't really understand that till well after me purchasing the car. I'm like, is this trying to tell me something, Lord? Because I don't see a lot of people telling the truth, just like John the Baptist was really like the only person. Anyway, what in the world? I looked at the salesman because I love the salesman there. We just have the best time with each other. And he's always like, "Hey, let me pitch you one of these new Chargers." And I looked at him and I said, "My car's worth $100,000 now because it's a real Charger. It should have doubled in price. Instead of me paying 50 something thousand dollars for that car, somebody should be trying to pay $150,000 for my car now." LOL. I mean, people, they'd be like, you having a bride? You're like, I got a beautiful bride. Beautiful on the inside. She loves me, I love her. And somebody go, well, I got an Android bride, which is even better. I'm like, yeah, but it's not your she or it bride. That's not me, man. The vroom vroom comes out of speakers. People of the earth, how much time do we really have left? LOL, not maybe LOL. I don't know. Anyway, love you.